Many men believe competence creates power. It sounds logical. Become skilled, become intelligent, become reliable, and the world should reward you. But something strange happens to many competent men. They become respected, trusted, valuable, and structurally powerless. They are the person everyone relies on, but rarely the person who controls outcomes. The engineer who understands the system, the analyst who sees the numbers clearly, the senior employee who solves complex problems, the dependable operator who keeps everything running. Competence makes them useful, but usefulness inside someone else's structure is not power. And this distinction is where many intelligent men quietly lose the game, because competence does not change the structure. It stabilizes it. The system encourages competence. From childhood, school rewards it, employers reward it, society praises it. Study hard, become skilled, work responsibly, be dependable. All of this creates competent people. But competence has a hidden property. It scales easily. Not for you, for the system. If your competence can be hired, it can also be replaced. If your expertise can be trained, it can be replicated. If your role can be documented, someone else can perform it. And once something can be duplicated, its structural power declines. This is the competence trap. The better you become inside a role, the more stable that role becomes for the organization. You increase efficiency. You increase reliability. You reduce risk. But the structure above you remains exactly the same. You improved performance, but you did not change position. And hierarchy does not reward performance alone. It rewards position. Look closely at most organizations. You will see a strange pattern. The most competent people are often not the most powerful ones. The smartest engineer rarely runs the company. The most analytical employee rarely controls the capital. The most technically capable person rarely decides the direction. Instead, they execute. They optimize. They fix problems. They improve systems. But the hierarchy is built around something else. Control. Control over capital. Control over distribution. Control over decision flow. Competent men execute. Structural actors allocate. And allocation always outranks execution. This is why some of the most capable men remain employees their entire lives. Not because they are incapable, but because they optimized for excellence inside the machine, not for position within the machine. They mastered the tools, but someone else controls the architecture. Another problem appears when competence becomes your identity. You stop signaling upward movement. You signal stability, and organizations love stability. But stability is rarely promoted. It is preserved. You become the reliable expert, the safe pair of hands, the person who solves problems when systems fail. Your manager trusts you. Your colleagues depend on you. Your company values you. But the hierarchy does not elevate problem solvers. It elevates position changers, men who control resources, men who control networks, men who control exposure. Competent men often avoid visibility. They believe their work should speak for itself. They believe recognition will naturally follow performance. But systems do not reward silent excellence. Systems reward visible structural influence. If nobody knows what you control, the hierarchy has no reason to elevate you. Competence is not useless. It is the entry ticket, but it is not the game. If competence is your only asset, you will remain replaceable. Structural movement requires something else: ownership proximity, network leverage, distribution access, decision authority. These are the currencies of hierarchy. Not effort, not intelligence, not reliability. Those are expected. The uncomfortable truth is this: the world is not run by the most competent men. It is run by the men who control the structures where competence is used. They decide where capital flows. They decide what gets built. They decide which opportunities appear. Competent people operate inside these decisions. Structural actors create them. Competence gets you hired. Position determines how high you rise. And most men spend their entire lives optimizing competence inside systems they will never control. Not because they lack intelligence, but because no one ever told them that competence and power are not the same thing.